So let's talk a little bit about the individual personas and how those work. So one of them is the AMX G5 Control persona. So what's the difference between that, or is there a difference between that and what I would have today with a regular Madero touch panel?
Well, out of the box, you're going to get a brand new experience just through the setup wizard. The setup wizard will first help you set up the panel to select your persona, and then it continues on if you select G5 to set up your connection to your Netlinks controller, your device ID, and it really gives you that ability to set the panel up entirely, as opposed to having to do all that manually today. But once you get through that initial setup, your experience side by side is going to be the same. You're going to get the same smooth animations, graphics, pop-ups and subpages, and etc. that you've come to love with G5.
So if I'm familiar with an AMX touch panel today, I don't really need any extra training or a class to understand how this new one works?
No, not at all. It's all based around G5 and Netlinks Studio. And it's the same programming tools that you would use to get that experience.
The Web Kiosk, now that's a totally different persona. That's a feature that we really didn't have in the past. So
correct.
What are your thoughts on that? Why did we put in Web Kiosk as a persona?
As you said, that's a brand new thing that a couple of integrators have been asking for. They've been looking to deploy their systems using dashboards they already have. They don't want to recreate that in TP Design 5. They want to access something that's web-based. But this is not like what you might be thinking of a browser with an address bar and navigation tools. This is a dedicated appliance for your web-based interface. Take wayfinding, for instance. If you set up wayfinding in the lobby of a space, a user can walk up, find their way, and that interface stays locked on that wayfinding app. They cannot navigate away from it or get lost by it. It becomes an interface for the next person to walk up. It is dedicated and specific to that application.
It doesn't have anything to do with Netlinks.
It doesn't have a thing to do with Netlinks at all. And that's the great thing about it, is you can use standard tools like HTML5, standard web apps, software-based control systems. There's a lot of different spaces where you can utilize this dedicated user interface for things that previously, like you said earlier, you were kind of driven by consumer devices.